The Lord has done it. Finally, finally, finally.
Hello guys, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. And of course, you know that on this channel we share the goodness of God through our testimonies. Yeah, and I would like you to connect your faith to these testimonies as you listen to it, and do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with everyone, your friends and families. Thank you. On this episode of testimony, I've got a lovely guest, but she won't be showing her face due to personal reasons.
So it all started like few weeks to our wedding got so good. So I got pregnant and we're happy and all that. So over time, so most times from 20 weeks you can check the sex of the baby and all that. Because I wanted a girl and my husband wanted a boy. So I was like, oh, I was so happy, like, oh, in 20 weeks time that I'll go to the sonographer and go and check for the sex of the baby. So, but like a week too, I just felt things are not the way it's supposed to be. Like the pregnancy hormone, that is the HCG level, has dropped. Like I don't feel hungry the way I feel before. So I just felt there's something wrong, but I wasn't feeling anything at all. There wasn't pain, no headache, no signs at all. I'm fine, but it's just the way I feel, like maybe hunger and all that. Sometimes nauseous feeling, right? So none of this were happening. So I just said, okay, I'll go and do scan. In fact, that day, the day I did the scan was not supposed to be the day I did it. So I just go to work. I was just having that feeling of like I need to do scan, I need to do scan. So I just told my colleague, because I didn't even go with my ATM, kind of like, can I have some cash from her that I needed to do some scan and all that. So she just said no problem. So I told her when I resumed the next day I was going to give it to her. So when I got there, so the person that was doing the scan, I just saw that he was kind of moody. Because I remember the first time I did it with the person was very friendly, was even congratulating me, we were laughing together and all that. I just noticed that I was kind of moody. I was asking him that any problem, he didn't say anything and all that. So he just printed out the result and he just taped the result. So I was like, oh God, what
He didn't tell
is
you what the result was.
he didn't tell me what the result was. He just stapled it together and just said, take give it to your doctor. So he didn't even ask me that, why am I doing it? Do I have he just said give it to your doctor. I said, okay, thank you. So but on my way going back home, I felt that this man, something is actually wrong for him not to even smile with me or even with the feeling he is. So I just got home. As I got home like this, I just opened the paper. I was like, oh, baby scattered, amniotic fluid, cloudy, baby inactive, all those. I was like, hey God, what is all this?
That was he wrote in the results.
Yes, cloudy, baby scattered, baby inactive. He wrote the weight of the baby that he saw there too. So I was like, oh my God. What is- So I just burst into tears. I was just crying. So I just called my husband. My husband was like, what am I saying? It doesn't even understand. To him, it's like, maybe, what am I saying? Because I didn't complain of anything to him. And that day he went to work. I went to work too. So there was no issue at all. So he was surprised that what am I saying that when he gets home that he will understand me better. So I was just crying that day. So after when he got back home, I showed him the result of it. Now said it's not possible, that God forbid. So we both held our hands together and we prayed. So that night when we slept, I had a negative dream that him too he had it. But because of the faith that we had at that time, that oh, there's nothing God cannot do, there's nothing impossible. So I kept it to myself, he kept it to himself. So we went to another hospital again
To be checked.
to be checked again. So the same thing, when the scan result came out, he saw he just wrote baby inactive and all that, and wrote the weight of the baby. So the doctor was like, oh, what could have happened? That is a missed abortion, that it has already passed the miscarriage stage. that what happened. I said I don't know that. Do we want to check another hospital again just to confirm? Maybe their scan is reading something
Yes.
negative, something else. And I said no, that this is the second place we'll be checking the result, the doing the scan. So now I said, oh, okay. So I asked the doctor that what could have happened. So he now said that, well, maybe some chromosomes were not complete and all that. So that boy is fine, that they will just do some evacuations and all that. So, but the glory of God, what I want to thank God for is that during this time, that I don't even know when it has happened, but my womb was not maybe ruptured or something bad didn't happen to me, that they have to say, oh, they have to remove our womb or do something else. So I just want to thank God for that aspect. Don't let me bore you with the other stories that happened to
Want to
that
know
day.
what God did? Don't mind.
So after that, the evacuation took place. So I didn't even do evacuation. So I was given some drugs to just push out all the. So after some examinations, the doctor just saw that okay, that the remaining ones will just come out. I should just keep taking my drugs and all that. It took me for like 3 weeks or so.
3 weeks
Yeah,
for what?
for the whole bleeding to just come out. Because I still have to do scan again
Check.
to check if there's still anything there and all that. Even when I got to work, my cousin was like, I need to go back. That this is not me, that I need to be mentally stable. I
For
should
coming back
request
to
for
work.
more leave and all that. So I had to go back home and stay at home for extra 2 weeks. Then I got myself. Then, so when I went back to see the doctor was like, well, everything is fine. And I just got married, that I shouldn't bother myself, that I should just give myself some months that so that I will get pregnant again and all that. So within 3 to 4 months again, so I got pregnant again. So by then, we just had to change environment. So we moved to a new house. So on getting to that house again, like people were like, oh, didn't you ask questions very well? Why did you come to this type of house? Like this particular apartment that we just moved in, that the person that left there had a child and the child did not stay, that the child died, that then we are coming again, and in that house, people don't really prosper like that. That
Wow.
why are we just, and we've already paid everything, paid agency agreements, we paid for the house. So moving out again to another, so we're just like, okay, let us just use our 1 year and we'll move
Mm-hmm.
out and live. So even our neighbor then was like, the owner of that place, that oh, she's a witch. In the midnight when he wakes up to pray, see her moving around, sprinkling water, blah blah blah. Someone even called up personally. I was like, this place is not. His cousin lives there, blah blah blah. By the time I even went out to buy something in the street, someone asked me, I said, oh, where do you stay? I said I stayed in that particular house. And like, you just have to calm down. What you just need to do is you have to be patient to stay in that house. So when that pregnancy started going again, negative prophets were just coming in. How tell my enemy that, oh, my enemy died during that pregnancy, this one and all that. We said, my husband just said,
Know your portion.
it's not our portion. Affliction is not going to rise again the second time. So by then, we just started praying. Sometimes both of us wake up 1 o'clock. We pray, we hold each other's hand, we pray together, we sleep. Sometimes they will tell me that I need to rest, I should go and sleep, that it's fine, that
You pray
nothing will
alone.
happen, that God will answer our prayer. So luckily, when I say luckily, because lockdown just started too, so I don't really go to work often. I think then we're doing maybe 1 day on, 1 day off, and him too, so it was at home too. So at least even after praying like that, then I joined one prayer meeting too as well. So we're just praying and all that. But well, even when it was time for me to give birth, I just thank God, because that day I was the only one in the world. And you can know sometimes, especially when you give birth in a general hospital, sometimes it
Yeah.
can't. But the nurses I met that day, they were very loving, they were caring, like they really took care of me. Like I have three nurses on ground and I was the only one. So that day, even the doctor, when my husband was downstairs, he told me that the training doctor that he met downstairs, that they sat down beside each other, that particular lady too was even praying, like she carried their Bible, but he never knew that she was going to be the one that would be in the labor room too with me. It was when I
Wow.
gave birth that I now saw her. So when I got to, he was now telling me that he saw that particular lady to praying, that because him too was downstairs, praying. And when the woman wants to give birth, sometimes there's this kind of nervous feeling that comes from the husband do have that, oh God, take control, take charge of everything. So that was, God just took total control. Like, I had my baby and there was no complication. My baby was fine and I was fine. And in that same house that people were complaining, people were like, thank God, God has done it for you. Even the first day I got home, that woman, she was the first person at my entrance too. I was like, God is in control. Like, nothing will happen. He that is in
Amen.
me is greater than he that is in the world. So she entered my house and we just greeted. She greeted and said, she said she came to greet me. I said, oh, you are welcome. So later she left. In that same house, God lifted my family. Even when the relocation opportunity came, God did it for us in a miraculous way. In fact, people were really surprised that, how did you guys do it? How did you do it? How is it? Because the same house, and some people are complaining that it's not good and all that. So God took total control. So what I just want to say is, I know some people say, why didn't you leave when you have that kind of uh,
Experience.
experience? When people were telling you that, during that time, lockdown came, so we just had to just stay. And lockdown, you won't be able to work, and people were like, it's
Yeah.
more of stay at home. So during that, at least we used like 2 years, yeah, 2 years plus there
The house.
in that house. So after that, so the occasion opportunity came, and God just took total control of everything. And here we are today. So as a Christian, we should always pray so that we will not be a prey to the enemy. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I'm so happy
Yeah,
to have you.
yeah,
And can I ask a question?
yes,
Time the first instance
yeah,
where the missed abortion, the miscarriage, what's it called?
yeah, yeah. Missed abortion. That
The
was what they
missed
call.
abortion
Yeah,
happened. So was there like a friction in the like because like a friction in the family,
people were
like
telling
telling you that okay because you're not praying, or maybe because you're not fasting, or maybe because God doesn't love you, or telling you stuff like is because you say why we can marry that early, or marry this person, or at
yeah.
time when things happen, people
Always go
try and
forth.
look for things to blame the event or situation on. Did you
Yeah.
experience any of such, and how did you go about it?
I know. Cause my family like stood, everybody was on board. Even my
No
mother-in-law.
one blamed you that was
No,
your fault or
no. Even when
anything.
my mother-in-law came, she would just cry that, oh no, that shouldn't have happened to me because I'm a good person. That I
Oh,
just think that she should be fine. That she should not cry, because if she's crying, what does she now want me
what
to
to
do?
do?
Like, so, because she's a very emotional person. So I just said that no, that everything is fine. That I will God will do another one again. And for my husband was not even bothered. He was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. Even sometimes, maybe when I'm doing something, my mood just change. We just come and whisper in my that, are you thinking about that? That no, no, I should not. That everything will be all right. I was like, no, even if you don't have another child, I didn't marry you because of a child. You're my wife. I
Hmm.
will still even stand. Right? So that
Hmm.
no, I did not marry. You are still my wife. That nothing will happen. So there was no really friction or anything. Our lives to continue the same way. There was
Normally.
no fight. There was no even attitude from him or that or anything. No. We just continue our normal life. So he kept, most times, kept on encouraging me, say, no, don't worry, another one will come. So that everything will be fine. That even if the pregnancy, another one didn't come in again, that he's not going to blame God or anything. That one of the reasons why I got married is not majorly that, oh, because of child. If I don't have child, that is not going to that. I should not bother myself. That everything is going to be all right. Yeah. So it was always very, very
Encouraging.
encouraging. Yeah. So that's it.
The second day, during the other pregnancy, but did the enemy attack again?
Okay.
Gave an attack that okay, this one so I'll attack you. And when you remember that you were living in a house that there were a lot of stories around it. Like, was there any attack on the other pregnancy as well, or God just made it so easy and smooth from
Yeah,
beginning to
for
the
the
end?
second pregnancy, there was a time. So that there was a time I went to the hospital. Like I felt the baby kick. I think that should be around 6 months.
Okay.
So when I went, because I was using two hospitals, I was using a private and a
No,
general
okay.
hospital. So when I went to the private hospital, so the doctor was like, um, I can't hear the heartbeat of this baby. What is happening? You need to do a scan. I said the baby is fine because I still
Obviously,
felt it
before you came.
before I even came here today that I need to do a scan. I was just felt I was not even scared. I'm like, well, God has taken control of everything. This baby, I'm going to see him. The baby is going to see me. I will not die. My baby will not die. My husband too will not die. That all of us will
Will
witness
live.
the goodness of God. So I waited at the sonographer. Abi, that's what they're
Yeah, I
called.
think
So
so.
yeah, did my the scan. I asked, "Is everything all right?" He said yes. So the next time, my other appointment, my other hospital too. So the doctor too was checking like, it seems this baby is sitting down. I said I reject every negative comment. That this baby is all right. That the head of this baby has always been in the right position from the onset. So
Mm,
this baby cannot be sitting down now at this point.
yeah.
So you know, I said no problem. Maybe you need to do scan again and all that. So I did scan too. Everything was still fine. There was never a time that I had to stay in hospital, maybe because of one sickness or the
Mm,
other, or just the normal pregnancy symptoms. And I think, yeah, everything was fine. Just the normal pregnancy symptoms. But that I kept on praying and believing God for perfect delivery.
oh, thank God.
Yeah.
In this life, marry a kind partner because he gets why.
Yeah, I get why. Marry your friend though.
You get why.
Aside from marrying friends, do not be unequally yoked with unbeliever. Marry
Mm,
someone that loves God. Marry someone that has the fear of God. Marry a believer. That someone you know that when challenges come in marriage, that this person is going to
so,
keep
so
encouraging you, even you as well. You will encourage each
other.
others using God's words and all that. Because if you don't have the same belief, don't
Mm,
expect magic
so,
to happen. So that is it.
yeah, thank you again for coming on this channel.
Uh,
And do not forget to like this video, comment in the comment section if you have similar experience and encounter. And I'll see you all in the next video.
uh,
Bye.